looking cute, looking clean, and looking sexy. And I'm joined with the boys. And of course, below we have the one, the only, the person I might have to start agreeing with is getting closer and closer. We're gonna talk about on this episode. Thank
Come
you,
on over to the
TK.
scummy side of the force.
We got Afro Coming 765. How you doing today, my guy?
You already know. It's your local neighborhood scumbag here to spread the word that the AEW women's division should be in the trash.
We're gonna
You know
talk
what it is.
about why
Same gimmick, different day.
we're gonna talk about some rumors and stuff that why I think that and why we think that. But right beside me, I have the man who's probably a little closer to me to agreeing with Tori, but he ain't. I don't think he's quite there yet. Too. Got Gerald. How you doing today, Gerald?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm doing better than other diabetics in my situation.
Yeah. We got a lot to talk about. We got that situation in which we're gonna talk about some rumors going on in WWE. We also have a random PWI top 150 list that we're gonna talk about if we agree or disagree. And we got, of course,
150 females.
yeah, women's.
Females.
Yeah,
Because you know they do 500 on the male side.
and of course, we have the one and the only Ava Rain debuting. See y'all on the other side of the intro. I know everybody coming for the best Royal Rumble returns. We will get to that after we get to this because this is breaking and this is some stuff that came out. First, I want to talk about what we hinted at the beginning and why AEW Women's Division missed the opportunity. Apparently, Jared, I don't know if y'all know, Chelsea Green is reportedly going back to WWE. As reported by
She's coming
PW
home
Insider.
for a fourth time's the charm, y'all. She ain't gonna break her arm or foot or anything this time. Hopefully, maybe she will.
Hopefully not. And the one thing I was holding on to hold against Tori against this argument, Tenille Dashwood, aka formerly known as Emma, is apparently supposed to face Ronda Rousey. They're not on SmackDown. Spoilers if you didn't know, but
Yeah.
I should have said spoilers first.
She is Madcap Moss's old lady though, so it makes sense for her to go to the WWE. It's the same reason why freaking Malachi's trying to get back to the WWE. I mean, niggas want to work with their significant others if they're traveling all over the world. I mean,
especially Buddy Murphy. I would want to go back.
Yeah. Hey, Buddy Murphy probably hot. He sees Dom over here fake clapping his old lady's cheeks. He's probably heated.
Wasn't in the storyline? Wasn't he with Dom's sister?
Yeah. Bro, that's where the irony comes in because his last storyline before he got fired was him with Dom's sister. Now, it's
calling her
messed
Poppy.
up.
But the reason I'm upset at this and the reason I'm closer to Tori because that was my whole plot line. Tenille Dashwood first. Because you got an MVP, you got a championship player with Tenille Dashwood.
She's good all around, on the mic, in the ring.
I love the fact she's on SmackDown, by the way, because that women's division is rather weak. So now you got a championship contender with Ronda.
Still stronger than AEW's.
Yeah, so you have Ronda and Liv, and then after that you kind of weak in that division. But you got Raquel and Shotzi's on to come up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Shotzi's still in there. Niggas gonna quit sleeping on that sexy ass Filipino girl. If I have anything to say about it,
Xia Li is there, but again, I'm talking about just people that's built in right now without having to build up.
We got to forget about Xia Li shooting lightning bolts out of her hand before she can come back.
Listen, just watch her Instagram and watch her Twitter, and I promise you will forget everything.
Nah, she got to wait till 2023 at least. She got to wait till the top of the year. That bitch came out with fucking lightning bolts like this was an anime, and it was bad.
On the video game, it looks cool.
Shut the fuck up. On the video game. This nigga. Xia Li's good in the ring, but she can't speak English, and they don't have a decent manager for her. So wait until you got a decent manager for her.
Just play them vignettes from her Twitter, dog. That's all you can. It worked for Nikita Lyons. Jerry, am I lying?
No.
Did it not work for Nikita Lyons?
No. Nikita Lyons' ass worked for Nikita Lyons.
It sure does.
I was about to say. It was that ass that worked for Nikita.
You can't see it because the way she did. Put that on. I bet you all Jim Cornette will actually like Xia Li.
No, Jim Cornette is not a fan of Xia Li. I promise.
If you watch the Twitter, he would be.
Hey, I don't know. I think the lightning bolts might have perma-killed her for Jim. You know how he feels about that supernatural shit. He almost had a heart attack when birds started flying out of Matt Riddle's ass. I don't know how this nigga handled the Asian girl coming down shooting mock Kamehameha.
But like I said, she put a title contender right away without build up. Especially probably as a baby face. Well, I don't know what Liv is now.
Well, let me ask you, if you're saying Xia Li can come back and be a contender, who's her manager? Because she can't speak English.
Oh, I'm not talking about right now. I'm saying they can't. I'm just naming the women on the roster that could, but ain't, and probably can't right now.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
what I'm saying. It's a good thing she's there. Because Raquel is kind of built up. She's almost there, but she ain't quite there. Shotzi is building her way back up.
She's supposed to be a heel, and they're trying to force this babyface bullshit on her.
Yeah.
I get it, but the thing is, I get it because they ain't got no faces.
They ain't got many
faces. That is true. I thought about that not too long ago.
Liv Morgan, the only face on the roster.
Yeah.
They just turned Shotzi back.
WWE is super.
They just turned Shotzi back, and they just turned Xia Li back. They both were heels before Triple H got there. So literally,
but now they
was the only babyface.
Wait, was Nikki a heel before she? But that's Raw. That's Raw.
Yeah, they Raw. I'm talking about SmackDown roster.
We got to get rid of this.
When she come back, is gonna be a heel. Charlotte, when she come back, is a heel. Ronda is
Charlotte's
always
a heel.
They tried to make
her
a face.
Fucking Charlotte Flair's a face.
They tried to make Ronda a heel, and it didn't work out. They hopefully don't try to make Charlotte. The crowd just hates Charlotte, and they love her being a heel anyway. So I wouldn't do that. Like I said, Chelsea. Could Chelsea Green be a face? I don't want that. She's a better heel. So I'm like, even maybe you bring Mia Yim back as a face, but she's like a mid card type person.
Put Asuka on SmackDown.
I don't know.
Tenille Dashwood could be a face, and I'm like, you actually get a shot.
Yeah, she could definitely be a baby face.
Chelsea Green can't be a face. You know what I mean? I don't like her as a face. She's a great heel. I don't like her as a face. But so this is a shot in the arm for. They needed a face on SmackDown that can actually face Ronda Rousey or any of the heels because they don't have one. So this is a very strong shot in the arm for them. To be honest, most of the women on WWE roster besides Becky and Liv are better heels.
Yeah. I still
Sasha
think
can play a face, but she's a better heel. Come on, I love when Sasha throws. Yeah. And I don't know if you can ever go back to the original Bayley.
You can't.
Like she's too old now for that. She's done Pam and grew into.
Yeah, and I like her as this girl. But that's why I was like, why are we sleeping on Asuka though? Asuka got.
I didn't mention that because she's on Raw, but you could do a trade.
I feel like Asuka, because Ronda Rousey said she wants to face Asuka. She said that in an interview. I like her.
And Asuka can fit her style too. She's like
exactly. Yeah.
Like she's not a technical style person. I believe you give like a shoot type fight. Ronda do a lot better.
Yeah.
And Asuka can take a more physical fight than
most of the roster.
All of them. Yeah. All of them. Let's just be honest.
All of them. Yeah. I mean, Bianca
she came from over there in Japan and started. They like physicality over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. And 4 horsewomen love facing her.
You know what I'm saying? So I think Ronda will actually do better with her. But like I said, the rumor is Tenille Dashwood will be facing Ronda today as a surprise return. Like I said, Chelsea Green. Maybe they can get Mia Yim back if they need. Mia Yim can play a face. You could put Sasha and Naomi as a face, but I like them better as heels. But they can be a face.
Yeah.
But most of the roster can't be a face. They all better heel, and they can almost go with the men too.
Yeah.
Vince, like one thing I would give Vince always had really good heels. His baby faces struggled. His baby faces are like I have to have bread and butter, hero, Russian attack type baby faces.
Yeah. But any baby face was really like some of them, like Daniel Bryan, he was a good baby face.
That was like natural, though. They were organic. He was a hit. People forget when it started, he was actually a heel with the Wyatt family. When the Yes Came movement started big, when he was when he joined the Wyatt family, and the crowd like, no, we want him to be a face, and then it organically made him like super over. People forget how they actually started. He kind of got screwed over, and then he had to be with the Wyatt family, and then he got that big thing.
Well, when he started, he was a straight heel.
Choking
people out.
He started off with the no
belt.
People get to know.
Let's say, but people forget he was choking out that referee with that belt long time ago, like in 2010, and he got suspended. Going crazy.
He did, so he was always who else? I don't. It's not many. Like WWE never been great with a babyface. Mm-hmm. I think AEW does a good job with babyface.
They do. Well, it depends on how because like pure white meat baby faces are done. People are tired of them.
That's what I'm saying. I think like Stone Cold was a baby face during the Attitude Era, and he was definitely not a baby face.
Yeah. Like you have to get a baby face that's not exactly a baby face.
Yeah. The Rock was a baby face, and The Rock was he was talking about people mamas and everything. So exactly. we done went somehow we done went from talking about how WWE is great at making heels but terrible at making baby face.
Oh, yeah. If they try to make a baby face, it inherently has to be an anti-hero because the bar has been set entirely too high by people like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
But I would say AEW does a good job of making baby faces, though. They do a decent job at it.
Think about it.
The wrestling crowd, people like Hangman as a baby face. People like
as a member of the internet wrestling community, I want to take this time to say half of you niggas are capping for pride. No one can think AEW is good at this point, bro. No one can honestly say to me, AEW is a good product. I'm happy with it. It fulfills all my needs as a wrestling promotion. If you say that, you're lying or your fucking expectations are extremely low.
Hey, listen, all the reason I got hope is the last 2 weeks we done got 2 good women's wrestling matches. So
they had to use half of their decent roster to make them happen.
Riho and Jamie Hayter and
Riho
and Jamie Hayter involved in both of them, so both times.
Yeah, bro, Jamie Hayter's amazing, and the ass on that woman. My God,
let's go.
I hate to say it, I cannot talk about Jamie Hayter without mentioning her ass. I can't. That shit is wild, especially on a British lady. I mean, come on, or Australian. One of the two.
But I think missing Tenille Dashwood really hurt the chance of AEW. Like that was supposed to be my star versus star with Paige and give like star power to the division.
If Tony Khan has proved anything, it's he can make the wrong decisions and pass on talent that he should get. Mm-hmm. Gabe Sapolsky, Tenille Dashwood. There are plenty of women that are on the indies right now that could do something for his women's division.
He missed Roxy. He missed her while she was in his dark for one match. Cora Jade too.
Allegedly, he missed out on Kaylee Ray too, only by a couple months though. They are at AEW. You better be glad Willow stayed with y'all because Willow could have been gone too. Willow Nightingale. Yeah, she could have. Because Willow, I don't care for her personality. Not remotely, but that girl can wrestle, and
it took you a year to sign her, dog. Come on,
she is not abhorrent on the mic. She is somewhat decent on the mic. Like
TK, it took you a year to sign her, man. Come on, bro.
But look,
that's how you miss Roxy.
That I don't know. I don't know how you don't capitalize on generational talent, if you will, to quote MJF.
Yo, Gerald, Roxanne said the first day she came in WWE NXT, Shawn Michaels went up to her and said, I saw you, and we throwing you to the deep end the first night because I know you can swim. And I said, that's love.
That's how it is, yeah.
That's love right there. That's that talent, bro. She's 20.
Yeah.
He's been running NXT.
He has, bro. I'll say that. He held it down while Triple H was gone. He really did. I mean, I may have quit watching during that time span, but the stuff I see and the stuff I hear is decent. I just can't devote myself to that on a Tuesday. I got game nights I got drugs to do. You just can't take up my Tuesday with NXT. I'm sorry. I'll see you when you get to the main roster. I promise, and I'll have amazing shit to say about you.
NXT was almost the best show until that second half of Dynamite. Cause Raw was absolutely terrible this week.
Wait, what did you like about the second half of Dynamite?
Riho match, and then I like the Daniel.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say Moxley and Penta. I was about to be like, nigga, you're a liar.
Oh, I kind of didn't pay attention, but then Danielson versus.
Sammy
Guevara
Brian Danielson versus Sammy Guevara. That was a decent match.
That's why I said I enjoyed those two matches, and that mostly made my second hour. The Penta John Moxley I kind of forgot about.
Penta John Moxley, bro. Penta needs to go away for a little bit, or we got to rehab his moveset because he used to have one of the sickest, most devastating move sets in wrestling, and that shit just don't sell like it used to. Like, bro, the arm breaker, he just needs to put that away because the arm breaker is done. The little wing snapper he does that he used to mean certain death in Lucha Underground. You got to retire that, and niggas just got to quit kicking out of the fear factor because anybody that's pile driver, bro, they got to fix it.
Oh, speaking of NXT, Tor, we had the debut of Ava Raine. She has joined Schism. And at first, Tori know how I felt about this when I first saw it. I was very much pissed. And then I listened to her promo again and then listened to her interview. And it literally, she said exactly what I felt like she wanted. So I'm like, if that's what she really wanted to get away from and try something, I can't be too mad about it. She literally said, this group shows me love, and it's beyond what people expected of me or what my family. And they said, this is my new family. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, she literally said it in the promo. That means she's literally telling you, I don't want to be The Rock's daughter, which every podcast I saw that night said The Rock's daughter. Didn't even say her name. The Rock's daughter.
They didn't give her the name space.
The Rock's daughter debuted, and that's all it said. And it got views because everybody like, The Rock's daughter.
But we ain't gonna act like that's gonna hurt her career. So I understand her wanting to shy away from it, but that Mangekyo Sharingan mean kind of slapped. She might get turned into a joke if she don't watch out. She better be good in ring, or she is gonna get turned into a joke so fast for that single red eye.
Yeah. Yo, somebody said, who did she get on the bloodline that doing? Like, who did she kill on the bloodline to go to?
No, she killed one of the older members. We need to check on Rikishi post haste. I think she might have caught Rikishi. I ain't seen him on Twitter in a second.
Somebody said, who did she kill out the bloodline to get that Mangekyo Sharingan? That was a funny movie. But that pop she got, though.
Wow.
That was a loud part of like, The Rock's daughter's here.
Do you think that's
not a bad promo for her first promo?
Was that pop natural? Do you guys really think it was? It was pretty loud.
I couldn't see the crowd, though. That's the one thing. I couldn't see the crowd.
Yeah, like that's what I was wondering. Because I thought they might have sweetened it up a little bit. They might have added in a few extra cheers.
But if people knew if people knew it's The Rock's daughter, they're gonna pop for it. Because everybody wants. By the way, her promo skills is better than a lot of people already.
Yo, I'll give her that. I watched that promo 2 times, maybe 3 times. She got it. She got it. I look for like for your first promo. I'm looking like if you public speaking, do you have inflection in your voice? Are you getting across what you want? Dominic Mysterio still struggles with this. Yeah, he's got work, bro. He's got work on that because that's one of the only bad things about Dom is he is so awkward with a microphone in his hand.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, she got even her stance and everything. I'm like, okay, I can see it. I can see a vision of her being great. I think she got to be. She has to be the leader of Schism sooner or later.
Freaking where The Rock, one of the most amazing promos ever. His daughter comes out. She's good at promo. Rey Mysterio, one of the best in-ring ever, never been the greatest promo in the world, and neither is his son.
Ric Flair.
Because, bro, let's be honest. If he was Eddie Guerrero's son, he would be able to cut a promo.
He would.
If he was Eddie Guerrero's son, he would be able to cut a promo. I hate to tell Dom that. You are not Eddie's son. We can tell when the mic hits your hand.
I want to see what Ava can do though. I think, like I said, she looked like
she's
she had no
good,
fear.
bro.
She controlled the ring. She waited till the crowd was supposedly stopped. She's
just got to not feed the trolls because they're gonna come hard for this gimmick. The wrestling internet community is nowhere near forgive. But it's gonna be bad. But if she can make it past that, bro, she's gonna be she'll get a gimmick change to the main roster. It'll be.
If she could take over this group the way Rhea Ripley took over Judgment Day, I'm like, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, Schism is not as hard to take over. Schism is not as hard to take
over.
Nowhere
near. Rhea Ripley beat out Finn Balor, Damian Priest. We ain't even gonna mention Dom. Dom is the bag boy for the Judgment Day. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
even though he's smacking Rhea Ripley, storyline.
Joey Gacy is a talented wrestler. Grizzled young vets are talented wrestlers, but
yeah, the Grizzled young vets are an amazing tag team.
They are.
I don't like this schism gimmick, but
I like the changes slightly a little bit. I like that it ain't Bray Wyatt's gimmick no more.
Joe Gacy could be amazing, but I feel like he might be in trouble now that Bray's back because that comparison could be drawn way too easily.
Mm-hmm. And he will not be able to.
And you're just not going to look good when you're up next to a creative mind like Bray Wyatt. Exactly. Like you ain't been in the business long enough to freaking. It just is what it is.
And I hate it because I tell Tori all the time, Joey Gacy is so talented.
What I've seen of him in ring, he looks good and he sounds decent on the mic. He doesn't sound bad.
Yes,
he looks good in all the matches.
Like Bray Wyatt clone. That's his only problem.
He does.
And
that's the problem, is that he seems exactly like a Bray Wyatt clone. Like, and I'm like, in all truth and honesty, they should have just called him up to the main roster and let them be the niggas in costumes for Bray Wyatt.
True.
Yeah.
Because they make out the exact proportion.
He do. He could be like Husky at the peak thing.
Well, I guess if someone else is going to be the Fiend, they need one more person. If Bray's not going to be the Fiend anymore.
Yeah. We got this PWI list. We're going to go over it right here. We got this PWI list. We just going to go over it. We're going to look at it right now. Sayuri, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, I don't know if y'all, she's my women wrestler of the month. So her being number one kind of don't, you know.
Yeah, she's done amazing all this year. She has smashed it.
Bianca Belair number 2. She had the most wins of any women by a lot. So if she's not number one, it's only, to be honest, them the only top 2. To be honest with you,
she's top 2 and she shouldn't be 2 if we're gonna be honest. But I'm not mad at Sayuri.
Sayuri had probably more 5-star matches according to wrestling people.
Yeah.
According to Dave Meltzer.
If you go back and watch some Stardom matches, she done had some bangers. Bianca, like I said, Bianca always, when it's time to step up, she always gonna step up to a 5-star match.
Yeah.
But Sayuri
can deliver.
Triple H wants Sayuri. I just put it like that because I guarantee she's like a walking 5-star match at any given moment.
Yeah, but can she speak English? Because look, I feel like people don't acknowledge the disability it can be to come into an American promotion without being able to speak English. It hurts.
Andrade.
If you don't have an amazing manager, if you get a really good manager, then you're gravy. Look at Andrade and Zelina Vega. Andrade still can't speak English, but you've got Jose the assistant, I suppose.
Santo Escobar speaks so well, even.
He is great. He is.
But that's why Zelina's such a good fit with him, because she didn't, when she was with Andrade, she couldn't do the back and forth banter like she can do with Santos Escobar.
I want to say this before we go on this list. Their presentation on last week's SmackDown was, they look like they for real. SmackDown by far the best show, and it's not even close of all shows. Is on
SmackDown, but it's always like that.
Always there, yeah. Even when they had the SmackDown 6.
Yeah, bro.
The next 5 the next 6 kind of gets interesting to her.
Yeah,
this is what I think most of the arguments will come in at. You got Thunder Rosa at 3, Jade Cargill at 5, Becky Lynch at 4, Jordan Grace at 6, Saya at 7. By the way, y'all remember Saya? I gave her that 5-star match 2 weeks ago. Charlotte at 8. And I feel like people can move. We talked. Me and Tori were talking about earlier. Tori even said Jade could go up or she could go down between these people. He don't know
I'm not sure because like you could make an argument either way. But I don't know whether I want to be mad that she's that high or mad that she's not lower. So I mean, maybe 5 was the right place for her.
Might be.
Like this is my hardest part. I don't really want to argue it, but it's some stuff I like without switching around.
I feel like Starlight Kid should be a lot higher than she is, in my opinion.
Yeah, that'd be the last of the 6. So, maybe Taya, but she came on late, so I don't know.
Yeah, Taya. I don't understand how she got this high up on the list when her
late run, bro. That AAA run, bro. That AAA.
The AAA run was good. Don't get me wrong, but. Does it warrant being top 10 in the world?
Ahead of Tasha Steelz, too. Tasha Steelz carried Impact for a long time.
And where there's only 150 spots as opposed to where there are 500 spots on the male slot, I mean, I make the women's spots a little more prestigious, if you want to be honest.
Jay, what you think about number 3 to 10, basically? I said 6, but I go 7.
Jordan Grace stands wherever Jade is. I want Jordan right next to her because Jordan has done quite a bit in Impact, which not a lot of people is watching. But she's just, from what I see,
she's had some good matches.
She's had some good matches. She's always on there. She's always, willing to give promos. She cut down. She looks really, really good. She just
got to quit making herself look stupid on Twitter, and she'd be all right.
Yeah, quit worrying about the trolls for a bit. Like, please. Yeah. Like,
but we can say that for any wrestler. Just ignore Twitter for your own mental health.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're following me, and then just tune in. I'm going to say something.
I didn't see much from Taya, so I can't say much on there. I don't really have Jade. To tell you the truth, 5 is perfect for her. And 6 is perfect for Jordan.
It feels like it is.
Yeah, I feel like it's supposed to be placed right there. Becky, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing with Thunder.
Becky should be over.
That's a close one for me too. I was like, which one I want on it?
Thunder Rosa just injured too many people this year, in my opinion. Like that's got to have some.
Because Becky had a bigger moment match, and I'm like, which one?
I might just be biased because she broke Jamie Hayter's nose, and like. Have you seen her ass? You can't be drop kicking her in the back of the head. What if you actually hurt her?
I'm talking about that. I like that. I need that energy.
I'm a scumbag, yo. So I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it how I see it.
I think next year Liv Morgan should be up. I definitely would put her in the top 10.
That's true. I'm surprised Liv Morgan was not in the top 10. Or
I want Mickie James to be ahead of Britt Baker.
Really?
I feel like that late run to Impact was so good, and then she broke a moment with WWE too this year that people forget because it was in January.
She do
historic moments. You know what I mean? She had historic moments this year, so I want to give her a little love.
I don't know if we see the Never Openweight Championship on WWE, that would be kind of wild.
They got a storyline going right there. Who else? We got Liv Morgan at 17, Ronda at 18. Ronda ain't been around long enough. Mandy Rose is interesting because she's been a champion the whole year.
Yeah, Mandy Rose should definitely be higher. That's kind of wild. She's not
she should be top 15 at least.
At least, yeah, definitely top 15. Top 20 is a little disrespectful, I feel like.
Yeah. And
Miko is 22?
Because she's got so much better.
A lot better. To tell you the truth, I think she should be top 10. She's been a champion for a year.
Yes, and she unified those belts.
Exactly. Yeah, she has.
She unified the belts. She went against some amazing women. Had some good matches with them from Roxy
she did.
to Miko.
She's gotten so much better in ring. It's not funny. And I mean, she's sexy as fuck, so she ain't really got to be able to talk all like that.
Alba Fire, except for Kaylee Ray, she had a good match with her.
That triple threat. Yeah, you already said a triple threat.
That triple threat was a lot better than it had any right to. I'm gonna be honest, because I went into ready to hate, and then I didn't hate it.
I told you about 2 of them now. One of them is the final boss tour. When the final boss in the match.
Yeah. But I don't know. These niggas be like, here, you should watch NXT, and then I'll watch NXT, and there'll be some fucking garbage ass cinematic match going on.
Look,
like, what are
did I tell you to watch that? I said, watch these matches.
All I'm saying is that it was really close to the matches that you guys wanted me to see. It was right in there.
There's a reason we said those two matches and skipped over the one in the middle.
I got a question.
I skipped that one.
It's outside of this here. I got a question for y'all. How y'all feel about Quincy, the wrestler?
He's a mix between Viscera and Goldust, and if they do it right, it could be big. If not, it's gonna be a failed attempt.
Bruh, he might be too soft though, because he be getting mad on Twitter. He be arguing. And you can't do that in the WWE. You gotta have the thick skin, because WWE is all about the image. And when he tried to take that shot at Jim Cornette, and he tried to use Jim's wife as his profile picture and was trying to be funny, like you were talking about fat people, but your wife's not skinny, and then next thing you know, Jim's got his lawyers calling WWE, and then the nigga got to take it down and send an apology. Like, see, come on now, just be smart, because he could pop, yo, he could pop.
Like I said, people complain about. If you say that, like, he's athletic.
If he's gonna let us wrestling trolls get under his skin, he's not in the right business.
Yeah,
bro, he's athletic Viscera, bro.
he is good.
You know what I'm saying? Him and Odyssey Jones, who is back this week on NXT. My boy back. And he came back from the injury.
Odyssey, another one.
If he ever gets fired from WWE, him and Sonny Kiss have a match waiting in Tony's promotion. I know they do.
They do.
I think Gigi Dolan them is a little low.
Yeah, Gigi Dolan could have been a little bit higher.
She's so sexy.
God damn. I apologize for the viewers, but this is a women's list. The misogyny's real. I'm a scumbag.
Jamie Hayter 64 territory. Is that too low?
Rhea 42. He said Jamie Hayter 60.
Rhea 42, but that's because she had that injury, so I understand. She ain't been.
Bruh, her ass alone, not counting her being amazing in the ring, she should be top 25 all day. Off of just her assets.
Mm-hmm.
Sasha's 26, Toni Storm is 25. Roxanne
That's
is 36.
Gotta be embarrassing. How is your secondary champion in your promotion above the women's world champion in your promotion? How is Jade Cargill at fucking 5?
And
Toni Storm's at 25.
Exactly.
Like, bro.
I think Cora Jade and Raquel could go above. What's the name? There's so many people.
See, before we got to looking at this list, the only complaint I had was that I didn't know whether Jade should be higher or lower, and I feel like Starlight Kid should be higher. But once you get to really looking at this list,
it's not a bad list. Yeah.
I don't know if there's recency bias or if it's the opposite.
Davenport should be ahead of this, but I get it. That's the same reason Maki ain't on this list. They missed the whole year, so I get it. Hey, at least they didn't have Nyla Rose up someplace crazy high. I understand we're all inclusive now and whatnot, but you ain't gonna tell me she's a fucking decent in ring. I'm just not here for it. Dakota Kai made. I don't care if Dakota Kai just started working a month ago. She is ahead of Marina Shafir after listening to that promo.
Yo, Marina Shafir shouldn't even be on this list after that fucking promo, bro.
Oh yeah, that promo.
Her and Io Sky should both be ahead of them. They got a championship.
If your promo was wild enough that I saw it and it happened on a YouTube show, then you fucked up. Because I quit watching YouTube shows a good while ago.
Like, bro, I don't care. They want a belt. That means they automatically should be higher than Marina Shafir. I don't care how long they've been wrestling. I know why they did it. I get it. I understand why they did that, because they ain't wrestled nothing since into August. But I don't care. They won a belt. They did what they're supposed to do. They had a Marina Shafir after that promo.
Mm-hmm. The only real problem I got is Mandy Rose being 21 and having a belt for a whole year. That's the only really problem.
Good people too.
Yeah, I have to agree that I feel like higher.
Yeah.
Other than that, the list all right. I don't have no problem. The men's list had a lot of problem with this list. I don't have that many problem with it.
But that could just be...
But yeah, let's get into the other topic that everybody want to talk about before we get into our match of the week. We're gonna start out with Tori. Tori, best Royal Rumble returns. Them the two people really know about, but it's a lot more. Bubba Ray Mysterio. Tori done froze on me. I think Tori done froze. Well, Jared, you until Tori get back.
Returns with a former. We talking returns or just arrivals?
Returns or arrivals on Royal Rumble. We got you got the Diesel, Kevin Nash, Booker T return. You got the Bubba Ray. You have the who else was it? It was some more. You have Edge twice. The John Cena return.
Christian was high for me.
Yeah, Christian was up there. You have some good return.
What was a really good one? Because see, one of my favorite ones was, the arrival of AJ Styles was huge for me.
Yes, that was a big one. I love that one.
One of the wildest things I've ever seen, and I went crazy. To tell you the truth, that may have been one of the last real times I was just like, "What? Are you kidding me?" Said AJ Styles is back. Everybody loved the Cena return in 08.
They did that so well. They did it so well, Jared.
Done
Triple
well.
H just sitting there looking. He dominating everybody standing up. Then you hear that music. He sits there with his head down, and Triple H just stares at him like, "What you doing here? He's supposed to be injured." And I'm like,
"So yeah, that's done well." I mean, the crowd went nuts. I'm gonna have to say that one was really, really, really big for me.
Chris Jericho 2013.
Oh, that was, man, that was big. I forgot.
Awesome Kong in 2012. I mean, what's Awesome Kong? What year was that? 2018. 2018, not 12.
Awesome. I got Awesome Kong came out, scared everybody.
Booker T 2011 when the WCW thing first started. Well, not WCW. When he's returned from Impact.
Yeah.
Main Event Mafia first off that, and Impact was getting 2 or 3 million views. That was a hot return.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of there was some good returns too, because AJ was really good. It's really nice to see people coming off an injury, mostly. That's why I said Cena was one of the top ones. Whew. I'm gonna have to go with Cena. Cena may have been my favorite one. Just that return and that pop alone was just. So you crazy me? Cena's here. Second would be AJ.
Yeah, them the three though. Edge too. When Edge came from injury with 2020, and you just saw grown men start crying.
Yeah. Yeah. I was one when I got emotional. I said, "What?" Actually, that was a huge one. That's my number 3.
Yeah. I think the only reason AJ kind of might overdo it for me. I don't know though. I'm trying to think right now before we get to the end, but I didn't know AJ was coming. I knew Ed. It was rumors that Edge was coming. He would deny it on Twitter. Like, bro, how much wrestle with a broken neck? I'm like, something wrong. Why are you even answering it?
Yeah, exactly.
But AJ, I was following Wrestling Inc. then when Sean was with them. I think Sean was with them then, or was it the year he went that fight for one of them? But they didn't know it, and AJ just showed up. With Roman Reigns in the ring, looking like everybody,
looking. I looked and I said, "What?" And I heard that music. I said, "Is that who I think that is?" I said, "No, that's AJ Styles." I said, "What?" I was pounding, watching it with the homies. I was like, "Man, this is tight." I said, "Are you kidding me?" It was just beautiful. And then he's been on a tear ever since. Ain't had a bad match since.
Well, yeah, AJ and then he had that run on SmackDown. The house that AJ Styles built. That was a run. Them 2 John Cena matches.
One of the greatest of all time. With them,
I wish AJ was there when Cena was there more often, and then they could have had one of them epic raps.
If AJ would have came a few years earlier, that would have been perfect.
That would have been the best rap of all time. Because if you just go off them 3 years they were together from the Royal Rumble, what other match they had? They had, what was it? No Mercy, something.
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam match. They had I think the Royal Rumble one's better though. But
Royal Rumble was
we gonna have to do that one day. We gonna have to do which one AJ Styles, John Cena, which was the best matches.
While
I'm looking it up, we're gonna go.
I just wish we'd had more.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But then John Cena start moving to Hollywood about 2016 when it started happening, so you didn't get as many as you want.
Hey, when that movie money comes a calling, you're dumb if you turn it down.
Like The Rock.
Hey.
The Rock just saved DCEU basically.
Period. Just him.
Hey. I ain't gonna lie, I finally watched Black Adam. It was alright. But
it's a superhero of superhero movies.
Yeah, it was very basic when it comes to superhero movies.
It was fun to watch though.
So they should count it as a W. I mean, it's better than anything else they've put out in the last few years.
They went back to 2002. Keep it simple. just hey, bad guy, good guy fight. No,
keep it moving.
No story.
Throw in an old
Spider-Man.
I did like that he was dropping bodies, though. It's always fun to see the People's Champ kill people with lightning bolts.
Tor, best Royal Rumble arrival or return? Who did you say, Gerald?
Return. Cena in 08. I don't know if you can argue otherwise.
That's exactly what I said. That's exactly who I said.
Dude. I want AJ and Edge. I gotta just give him honorable mention, but
bruh, he came back from a torn pec in like 4 months.
That's what I'm saying. And then just having Triple H dominate people and look over and look like Triple H finna win again after he come back, and then everybody like, oh my God, we having this terror again, and then John Cena come to save the day. It was just too perfect.
That's what Cena does, yo. He is the ultimate babyface.
He started off rapping and choking people with chains, which is interesting.
In prime time, though, that was a match made in heaven. They were spray painting JBL's limo and shit.
JBL back on Raw being the ultimate heel, and people like, I hate this dude, and I'm like, that's why he won.
I was gonna say that's what he's there for. You're supposed to hate
him. I love it.
He used to chase down Mexicans in his limo on the border.
Johnny Gargano, you an attitude or you be holding my bags. Little
hey, Johnny played a stupid game and won a stupid prize. Why you would antagonize JBL while you were in the middle of the match is beyond me.
JBL.
Yo, it might actually be good for Baron Corbin to be around JBL too.
Yeah, I think it could be. It can build up some heat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they go chase down some Mexicans on the border, it'll build some real heat, though.
I don't know if they can do that. No.
I don't know. JBL, he's been doing it.
Yeah, he will. But let's go.
Let's run the niggas down.
Let us know in the comments who do y'all have as the. Tor, I think you echoed again, but. Let us know in the comments who do you have as the best Royal Rumble return or entry. I know we named a few. I try to go through a whole list of them. But yeah. And we're gonna go on to our superstar of the month, men and women. I already told y'all my women, Sayuri. She had like 2 5-star matches this month. So I had to put her on that list. And
still echoing.
Men. It's still echoing.
Okay.
And for the men, who has had a great month? Do I dare? Despite how much I hate him, Gerald. Do I put Chris Jericho on this list this month? Do I dare? And I don't hate him as a wrestler. I think he's a great wrestler. I'm just talking about as a announcer, he makes me sick and makes Rampage unwatchable.
Well, I guess he got a case.
Who would be the male wrestler of the month? I don't want to just keep giving it to Sami Zayn every because at that point, that's what I'm gonna do. Essentially, We just gonna keep giving it to Sammy every month. So I don't know. Bray only been on 3 weeks. Do I give it to Bray Wyatt, even though he has technically done nothing?
I have to give it to Bray just because he already is outselling the Bloodline, and he's only been here for 3 weeks.
Yo, by the way, his merch is fire. By the way, that little caterpillar butterfly.
Yeah, that's so tight. Like I don't want to give it all, but Bray's got to be my rest of the month. Bray Wyatt.
Okay, so rest of the month for Gerald is Bray Wyatt. Mine would be, I'm gonna shot Tori with this. I'm gonna say Chris Jericho, and I hate him on Rampage, so it's always hard for me to give it to him. So that's my Sayuri and Chris Jericho. Jared, you got a woman before we give it to Tori? Women's rest of the month.
I'm gonna say Mandy.
Mandy had 2 good ones. Except for that cinema match that Tori hate. But she won that too. So
cinematic BS.
Tori, what men's or women wrestler of the month?
We'll give women's to Jamie Hayter purely for her ass.
And she had good matches too, so she didn't.
She did. She had a good match with Riho. She was good in that little fatal 4-way that they had. She was good in that too. I'm gonna give men's wrestler of the month to Mustafa Ali just because I sort of like where they're going with him and Seth Rollins.
Not a bad pick.
That is true. Y'all see Seth Rollins got his hair back? He got his hair color back?
Yeah. I saw it he dropped a pic on Twitter. I was like, oh, blonde Rollins.
He's gonna start swinging the belt around.
I was about to say, he's gonna start waving it around his head. As long as he don't change his entrance song, he's okay.
Yeah, I loved him on commentary though during the Mustafa Ali match. Listen to him.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
He said Theory got a better chance of cashing in on Dana Brooke. I lost it.
It's been hot ever since. She is not like that.
Hey, she did get shitty, but
yo, shout out to Dana. She's one of the people that did improve in the ring after she was absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, she ain't done nothing since she's gotten any better than what? Matches on main event and getting chased around for the 24/7 championship?
Yeah, that's what Vince basically had to do.
That's all Triple H has had her do.
She ain't even did that with Triple H.
Oh,
she don't get TV time with she got less. She gets less time. Yes, and she ain't never on TV, so Triple H she's
definitely the least televised champion.
I'm like, that's one thing me and Tori were talking about last week, Gerald. We were like, yo, Triple H can give some of these people a little bit, like give them 10 minutes. Just a random person.
He can give them a little something.
I think that can help you build on Raw too, because like I said, sometimes Raw feel like it drags, and if you see somebody new,
it's just because it's 3 hours, bro.
That is true.
It drags because it's long.
Yeah,
like you had that hot start, and then you had a pretty good ending, but a lot of the middle was so meh.
Imagine if you took that hour of meh out of it.
A lot of
true.
They started injured too, though. Like Ciampa is injured.
Kevin Owens ain't been on TV. He ain't even been physical in like weeks. So I'm like, is Kevin Owens injured too?
Yeah, he injured too.
Yeah,
Bobby Lashley wasn't on TV, and I'm like, it's rough, bro. So
a lot of people was hurt.
Yeah, a lot of people hurt.
And the crazy thing about SmackDown is you got Roman, Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn who can actually be injured, and they just be on TV and they entertaining enough that it don't matter.
They ain't got a wrestle. Yeah. They have transcended wrestling. Like Sami Zayn is trying hard.
It really it's crazy. Sami Zayn is so in his element right now that you view with it remotely.
I was telling Jared about Wrestle of the Month. Like at this point, I'm just gonna give it to Sami Zayn every month. So I'm trying to do something different.
Yeah, like bro, he's killing it. Like if he keeps this up, he could be the guy that beats Roman.
I mean, right now he has a legitimate shot.
Like people want Sammy to win. It's Sammy, Cody, and Bray. And I'm like, a few months ago, we had nobody besides Cody.
Zero.
And now you got a fatal 4-way match that you could waste all your heat on.
That's what I'm saying. So,
Sammy, Cody, Bray, and Roman would be beautiful too.
Yeah, and like you can even put Sheamus in that argument that people want to win. I don't know if he should, but you can put him there now. I'm like, that's how much deeper the roster's got. By the way, Imperium.
Shout out to Sheamus. He's getting married this weekend, or he just got married. That's why they took him out the TV
Friday. He got married today. CJ Perry put it on her Twitter.
Oh,
but
right on.
So that's why he got. That's why he got knocked off TV last week by the Bloodline, which probably setting up Sheamus versus the Bloodline.
Yo, he got to get his honeymoon in. That nigga trying to. Have you seen his old lady? She kind of sexy.
Yes. That's okay for Gunther too. Eventually, down the road, I can see him.
Yeah, Gunther bitch bad.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, she is. Like I can see Gunther eventually, not yet, but I can see him taking out the Roman too, or at least putting.
I can see. What I'm saying now, you got people that you can see, whereas 3 months ago they're like nobody on his level.
Like, yeah, there was no one that you could put in a ring with Roman Reigns.
That was Vince's WWE. There's a lot of people that can take it.
But like I said, I felt the reason I hated Raw because simply that Raw was putting a bunch of stuff just to get to that show in Saudi Arabia, and a lot of it was not. And they were like, "Yo, we're gonna save some people for Survivor Series and get people healthy," and that's what I felt like.
But it might not have been the. But I think Raw can always be bad, and we're gonna let it be because Raw's usually bad.
Yeah.
So
it's been better over the weeks, though. It just the last.
It has. It's been a lot. It's been a lot better. But 3 hours is just a lot of time to expect somebody to watch a product. Like, 3 hours is a lot.
Jared, if you watch Shelton Benjamin's story on with R-Truth on Main Event, it's so good, and I'm like, you could put this on Raw.
But see, that's the thing. They're building up for this that throwaway pay-per-view. They don't really care about. They already getting $260 million for this that Saudi Arabia show. So like they're not really like this one. They're kind of like their summer. Like they're not really going to build that much to a show they don't really care about. You know,
they're trying to focus on War Games too. So I think they're setting up for some War Game stuff.
Yeah. So let me throw out
they got to get the right teams for War Games, though. You got to.
Have to.
By the way, shout out to me for being the first to report that Saudi Arabia Prince loves Logan Paul just because I was in the low game watching the vlogs in 2018. So I know the Saudi Arabia Prince loves Logan Paul. So I broke this story before any wrestling news did. I beat you, Dave.
Hey, if anyone in Saudi Arabia
getting paid by him,
I will take Saudi blood money at any point in time. I promise.
Right now. 260 mil? Yeah.
Let's do our last thing. Y'all know what we do. Y'all know how we do it. Tori, what's your matches of the week? Because everybody know we got to end with the match of the week. I got to make a thing for this.
Yeah.
Well, Tori froze, right? Every time I ask him a question, he freezes. Gerald, your matches of the week.
To tell you the truth, college algebra beat the brakes off of me, so I didn't really watch much of wrestling. But I don't even know. To tell you the truth, I don't really have nobody. I ain't watched. I caught the segments, but I don't even remember any of the matches. Not one.
I feel you. I'll go with Tori. Your matches of the week. Gerald said he didn't really have any. He's been doing college algebra, and I feel him on that. You got to get your grades first.
I think the only match of the week for women's, I'd give it to Riho and Jamie Hayter, and then for the men's, it's been kind of iffy. I don't know if I have one.
Yeah, see, it's just when they build it up for that Saudi Arabia pay-per-view, and they didn't really.
It's been mad awkward.
I give it to JD McDonough, my boy Brian Breaking down that triple threat. I give it a triple threat. That match was the best match of the week to me.
I could fit.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. This week in wrestling, there was some decent stuff, but not enough to where it really grabbed my attention super hard.
Really, you're dragging off JD and Brown Breaker. I get that match of the week. And women, I agree with Tor. Riho and Jamie Hayter had some dope spots in it. Even though I give an honorable mention to Roxanne and versus Cora Jade. I give a little bit to that. Give some love to it. Gerald, Tori, anything else y'all want to talk about before we get out here? And we watch SmackDown, the best show of the week.
I think MJF is making the in-betweener work. Hot take.
I hate tweener work.
I think he is.
I hate tweener promos. I do. I really hate tweener.
I hope it's a work. I hope there's a big old swerve in there and not Swerve Scott.
I wanted that match to be so much better.
Bro, him and Keith Lee had a garbage match with FTR. How you not have a good match with FTR?
I would say it was okay. Just nowhere near to live up to the expectation.
Yeah, garbage was too strong. FTR don't do garbage.
It didn't live up to expectation.
At all.
I thought we were going to get a 5-star classic.
Keith Lee looked like he got winded really quick.
He was slow. I was like, dang, I'm going to have to agree with Tori this week. He did look slow this week.
I told you, bro.
And I hate this and Keith Lee. I like he the weakness in the match right now, dog. He is.
I may have some hater-ass opinions, but that doesn't mean they're wrong.
I'm like, I don't want to agree with Tori. Keith Lee does look slow in this match, and it takes time for him to do so. Even the spot when he was on the rope and they did that little splash, I'm like, this is so off right now because he's taking his time.
When you talking about when he hit that crossbody that both of them could have easily stepped out of the way of?
That too, and when he was on the top rope and they had him set up, but he looked like he wasn't comfortable and they had to readjust. And then he did a claw splash and went too far, and I'm like, oh, you did not hit that at all.
Yeah, at all.
Well, man, clean jumped over you. And I'm like, how do you over jump Keith Lee? He's just like, you can't judge his body. That
nigga is a mountain. How are you not judging the distance right?
You jumped clean over this mountain of a man. I'm like, well, how did you miss him? Thank God he was a mountain because your knees hit him anyway. So
especially, but you got to think when you're in the ring with people like FTR and Swerve Lee, if you're not at least a little bit as quick as they are, you're finna look horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Swerve for keeping up tricking the referee, even though the referee wouldn't have did nothing because AEW referee.
Yeah, thank God someone is not just burying the referees in AEW.
Yo, Britt Baker will literally hit the girl in front of the referee while they looking in the ring, and they just sit them like,
Chris Jericho gonna smack you with a baseball bat while you standing right.
And the referee like, I'm like, kick him out.
Oh my God, I didn't see anything.
I like AEW. Tell your rep, at least WWE refs, even if they do something stupid, I'm like, okay, at least they look away on purpose. AEW refs will look directly at them while they cheating.
Yeah, and then take the craziest bump ever and be down for half the match. Them niggas get hit with a fucking working punch and will be down for.
And then another referee will see the person cheating and come down and count anyway after they've seen the person cheat. I'm like, you gonna count?
They even ruined Aubrey Edwards. I used to think Aubrey Edwards was a good referee, but bro, how you just watch all these niggas cheat and not say nothing?
I'm like, at least Swerve. Thank you, Swerve, for actually having the nerve.
Pull a distraction, for God's sake. It's Wrestling 101.
I'm like, Gerald, it's bad, Gerald. That's all I gotta say.
I saw some clips of that. Yeah, that was ugly. That whole
AEW's got to pick it up, or they're gonna get left behind horribly.
Yeah.
Cut the women's division. Just do it. Cut the women's division. Give some more match time to some of the amazing male roster that you have that can't get on regular TV, and watch how your ratings go through the roof.
Tony Khan ain't trying to book him anyway, so Tori might be right. But we're going to give it a few more weeks.
Bro, he's just mad. At this point, he's just mad at the Twitter backlash that he would get if he cut his women's division.
Let them go to WWE. Let some of them go to WWE and have great matches with people.
Let Britt Baker, let Thunder Rosa, let freaking Tony Storm go back. Let all of these people that could be booked amazingly by Triple H in a plethora of ways come home.
Or at least go to Stardom where they can actually get shine. Or even Impact.
Well, no, because then Stardom, they're not going to get any mainstream relevancy. They're only going to get fucking people like me and you watching them on the weekend to fill our time while we're fucking as background noise. I mean, come on.
True.
Shout out to Starlight Kid, though. I hope she's sexy under that mask. I don't like room for ugly bitches all like that. I'm a scumbag. What can I say?
Yo,
I hope Starlight Kid is super sexy under that mask because I'm almost a stan.
But that's all we have for the show. Jared, got anything else? Tora, where can they find you if you got something else? If you don't, let me know.
AfroCobby765 on everything, you gimmick. I'm a scumbag. Come listen to me say scumbag shit on the internet, like you are right now.
Jared, you anything you want to talk about before we leave, or tell them that they can't find you?
They can't find me. The Lakers suck.
We'll talk about that tonight at 9 o'clock. So. There's a bunch of frauds out here, you know what I mean?
A lot of frauds.
A lot of frauds.
AEW.
Yep.
All right,
frauds in every sport.
It is, but Doc Rivers is for 20 years. I've been preaching Doc Rivers a fraud since I was 12 years old and watching him lose with Tracy McGrady.
He must have really fucked up because I've even seen Doc Rivers memes on Twitter, and I'm not a basketball fan remotely.
He trash. We talking Nets. It's Nets, Lakers, all that talk. We will be on the Overall 99 Sports channel, so go join us over there. It's in my link tree, so if you want to go find it, it's in my Overall 99, the link tree below. So that's where you find me, all my stuff. I appreciate y'all. I know it's getting dark in here, but this is how this room is set up. I appreciate y'all. Hey, I'm on vacation. What you guys gotta do, man? What else we gonna do? I forgot. I'm saying y'all expect me to go on a plane with a bunch of lights? No, I do.
Proper lighting. Come on, this man's putting in the work on vacation. The lighting can be off. God damn it.
Yeah.
Who are these niggas?
All right.